Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 24th annual Teacher of the Year Luncheon for McAllen ISD. This is a demonstration of our heartfelt appreciation for our esteemed colleagues, the men and women who every day care for our children in our classrooms. We'd like to introduce some special guests that we have here representing our Board of Trustees. First of all, our President is here, Mr. Daniel Vela. Our Vice President, Marco Suarez. Our Secretary, Mr. Sam Sadivar Jr. Trustee Debbie Crane Aliceda. Trustee Conrado Alvarado. And en route, should be here any moment, Mr. Larry Esparza. And also sending his regrets that he could not be here, Mr. Tony Farina had a work-related matter in Harlingen, but he sends his warm wishes. If we could give him a round of applause. And now would you please welcome to kick things off our Superintendent of Schools. He's my favorite superintendent and yours, Dr. Jay Gonzalez.
Good day, everyone. You guys look great. Look great. As I walked around the room, it was just a blessing to see so many wonderful people in one room. A blessing to have an opportunity to slow down as a district. This is a high-performing district in McAllen ISD. We have outstanding teachers, and it's just such a wonderful opportunity to come together at this Teacher of the Year banquet so that we can celebrate excellence. Let's give all of our Teachers of the Year a round of applause for all of the hard work. I'd also like to thank our board one more time. I know that our board spends a lot of time away from their families. They spend a lot of time with us, helping us, guiding us, holding us to a high standard to ensure that our district continues to move in a positive direction. And our district has a long legacy of success, and we appreciate them very much. For those of you that don't know, they're up for the HEB Excellence in Education Award, Board of the Year, one of 5 boards in the whole state of Texas, be competing this Saturday in Austin. So let's give our board a round of applause for reaching that level of excellence. Also to my wonderful wife who's here with us today, Sharu Gonzalez, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate everything that you do for our family. Appreciate you very much. And we know that great schools have great teachers. And you all are the foundation of what we do as a district, but that couldn't happen without great leadership. I see our principals here with so much pride. You're sitting with your Teacher of the Year knowing that this teacher really brought it for you this year. So to our principals, please stand and be recognized. All of our McAllen ISD principals. We appreciate y'all very much, principals. Thank you so much. And Trustee Larry Esparza just walked in. Round of applause for Trustee Esparza. As I prepared my presentation this morning, I went through the pamphlet and I started to look at all the wonderful pictures of all of our Teachers of the Year. And I started to feel a whole lot of pride as an individual that's been part of this team for 21 years. I started to look through and see all the smiles on your faces. I started to see the pride in your eyes and just how much it meant to you. The picture's worth 1,000 words, and how much it meant to you to be selected by your campus as a Teacher of the Year in a high-powered district like McAllen ISD. This pamphlet tells a story of excellence. This pamphlet that I carry in my hand has a lot of power within it because McAllen ISD is a high-performing district. We're an A district. We got the post-secondary readiness distinction. We got the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas, perfect score. All of those things combined make us what we are. And we do that in a very, very competitive region. You know that we have 20 region service centers in the state of Texas. Region 1 is one of the highest performing regions in the whole state. Region 1 is one of the highest performing, to the point that the Commissioner of Education constantly gives us compliments with regard to our ability to meet the needs of students with low socioeconomic backgrounds or limited English proficiency or special needs. Those students that are not able to perform at their full potential are able to perform at their full potential when they come to McAllen ISD because of Teachers of the Year like yourself. And it means a lot to us, and it says a whole lot more about our Teachers of the Year because you're selected as Teachers of the Year in a high-powered district. that's one of the highest performing, in the highest performing region. So for you all to be sitting here today is a testament to your hard work, is a testament to the grit, the grind, the resiliency that you all bring to the table every single day. It says a lot about you all. As I walked around, there was just so many moments that I was so proud, and one that comes to mind right now is I came to this district 21 years ago as a science teacher. I was a 6th grade science teacher 21 years ago. And when I walked in, I knew McAllen ISD meant business because my team was focused on providing quality instruction. And the standard at the campus I was on, it was the Leon Middle School, 6th grade science teacher. The standard was so high. And that first period that I had was a 6th grade GT class. And this pretty little girl walks in with blue eyes into that GT class ready to learn. And throughout that whole year, she was such a phenomenal student. And now I look across the room and I see her as a 6th grade science teacher from McAllen ISD as a teacher of the year, Miss Stephanie Talbert. So proud of you. Very proud of you. That's what teaching is all about. This is a very proud moment as I look across. It's a surreal experience for me to see a former student up here recognized in the very same subject that I taught. I couldn't have planned that any better. Also, Miss Elizabeth Martinez from the ING Center came up to me just as she came in. She said, "Sir, the last time I was selected as Teacher of the Year, you were my principal. Do you remember that?" I said, "Absolutely, I remember that." So Elizabeth, where are you? Round of applause for Elizabeth from the ING Center. I can go on and on with all the cool stories and all the connections that I can make with all the people that I've worked with in this room. But today's about our Teachers of the Year and everything that you do and what we ask you to do in McAllen. McAllen ISD has a sophisticated game plan that's scientific in nature, but there's an art to it. And as I look across it, all of you teachers understand our value-added progress monitoring system at a very deep level. You understand our Reteach and Enrich program at a very deep level. You understand how to meet the needs of your students, whether they're visual, auditory, kinesthetic, tactile, or a combination of all. You understand that your students are coming to you with different needs, different challenges. And you know that sometimes you're the only one that loves them that day. You're the only one that gives them any nurturing that day. And you do it with so much grace and so much class. And for that, I say thank you. Let's give our Teachers of the Year another round of applause for their outstanding effort. Education is the great equalizer. And that's what makes our profession so special is it breaks poverty cycles and gives individuals opportunities to overcome obstacles and break barriers. It takes families to greater heights. It takes communities to greater heights. Education is a great equalizer, and teachers like yourself make it happen. As I close, I'd like to share some words from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lie within us, and when we let what's within us out to the world, miracles happen." We've said many times that we're in the dream business, that we're entrepreneurs of the human spirit. We make dreams come true. And I'll end with a quote from Diego Rodriguez. He's a Mac High student. And he got the Best Actor Award in a musical at the Palms Award here recently. And he ended his speech by saying, "Dreams come true. Yes, they do." Thank you.
We thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of research on what you bring to the table collectively. So here's some little bit of information about all of you Teachers of the Year put together. For the first time, we are honoring a teacher from the Early Childhood Center. That's going on today. Also a first. Yes? Yeah. This is a first. One of our campus Teachers of the Year is also a Technology Teacher of the Year. So hit the double right there. All grade levels are represented. And some of the subjects represented include English, history, science, math, music, coaching, and special education. Several of you are graduates of McAllen ISD. And your classroom experience ranges from 5 years to 34 years. So we hit the gamut there. It also shows the strength of our teaching from beginning to end, and of course all grade levels. And then the total combined years of teaching experience in this room is 487 years. That's an average of a little over 15 years per teacher, which is 3 years above the state average. So it shows you the strength there. And just for fun, we thought if you went back in time and stretched all those years together and went back 487 years, goes all the way back to the year 1532. Now, what happened famous that year? That was the year Spain invaded the Inca Empire in Peru. For you history buffs out there. We're going to offer a prayer now, and then some special introductions. First, the 2018 Teachers of the Year will be assisting with the prayer. We have Andrea Gutierrez from Lamar Academy. Come on up. And we have Christy Rogers from Wilson Elementary School.
Thank you so much, Mark. We want to say a quick prayer before we start to eat. So we thank you for the many blessings that you have sent our way and the reminders that we are surrounded by people who wish us well in our homes and in our schools and throughout the McAllen community. We thank you most especially and most kindly for our teachers and counselors and nurses, bus drivers, cafeteria ladies, and all the other people who work to help make our dreams come true.
We ask that you protect the men and women who fight in battlefields far from their homes, guide them home safely. Please give us the wisdom to see your hand in the wonderful things that surround us every day and in every way. In your name, we pray.
Thank you, ladies, and we'll be hearing a little more from them later in the program. And each year at this event, we have traditionally invited our board president to make the special introductions and to say a few words. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our board president, Mr. Daniel Vela.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Earlier he introduced the board, but two very, very special people that he did not introduce were, number one, my wife, Alejandra, if you would please stand up. And Trustee Saldivar's wife, Ms. Judith Saldivar, if you would please. If you ask a school board trustee what they do and how they like their jobs, they'll tell you one thing, but the wives will give you the real answer. I promise you that. Thank you all for being here. Absolutely. And I mentioned especially the wives because since I've been on the board, two of the most special days of the year's activities that we have as school board members is, number one, graduation. When you watch 12 to 1,500 kids walk across the stage, and I've been there for every single one of them, by the way. It's a special feeling because for many of them, it's an accomplishment that it means the world to them, and it means their lives at that point in time. So it's a very special day. And the other day that I most treasure is today, because when we honor you all, not only the principals in the rooms, but the teachers of the year, it's very inspirational. I'm walking into the parking lot right now, and there's a gentleman, Mr. Lee, that was playing golf, and he stopped me. He goes, "What are y'all doing?" And I told him we're having a Teacher of the Year. And he says, "Oh, that's very nice." And I said, this is the most inspirational day emotionally for me is because you all inspire me to keep doing what I do. And today you will be receiving a pin or a plaque and some flowers, and you'll take pictures and you'll be featured on our page and stuff. But I think that the greatest reward for your efforts is coming. And it might be 5 years from now, it might be 10 years from now. Or like Dr. Gonzalez mentioned a few minutes ago, it may be 20 years from now when the subjects and the kids that you're teaching today come forward and take over this community. Because the greater job you all do today will reflect how much better our lives will be in the future. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I appreciate what you do, and you guys deserve nothing but the best community to live in. So a good word of encouragement, go out and get it done. Thank you all very much.
Now, we're going to resume the program shortly, so please continue eating. In the meantime, we have Mr. Daniel Stinken on the piano and Mr. Henry Castillo on the saxophone. Both are members of our Nicky Rowe High School faculty. So please enjoy your lunch. And teachers, remember, you don't have just 20 minutes today. You can take your time. And by the way, before the music continues, we'll also be playing a video up on the screen to your right. So enjoy the video as well.
My teaching philosophy is that every individual, no matter their intellectual ability, have a potential to learn. And so as teachers, our responsibility is to work with every individual, no matter their background, no matter their ability or their needs. So my teaching philosophy is that every individual has a potential to learn.
I always teach with passion because I feel that a teacher who teaches with passion is going to motivate that child to want to learn what you're teaching. And it really makes my day when my students get that aha moment.
My philosophy in teaching is that with a caring, loving, and positive educator, every child can succeed in life. I believe that all children are capable of learning, especially when they have a safe learning environment where they can express themselves freely and accept who they are as individuals.
My teaching philosophy is that it is important for me to teach my students to learn how to learn. Academics will change, curriculum will change, but if I can teach a student or a child to learn how to teach themselves and to learn how to be a good learner, then I've been successful as a teacher.
I firmly believe that everybody can experience music in their hearts, whether you are a child or an adult or even somebody that's elderly, and music can reach many lives, and I get to do that every single day by singing my way through it with children that love to come to music, experience joy. If I can do that, if they can experience that at a very young age and carry that through all the way till they're adults, then I've done a good job at having them enjoy music.
My teaching philosophy is to make learning fun, relevant for students, make them feel safe, make them feel that they can be creative without being looked at any certain way or feeling judged. I feel like students should be given the freedom to explore through music and just be themselves and be accepted for the way they are, for who they are.
My teaching philosophy is that students learn best from teachers that they feel comfortable with, where they feel safe to make mistakes and know that they're supported and will be nurtured in a loving, respectful manner.
I think the special moments are the aha moments that we call them. When you have a student that pretty much struggles and all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and goes, "Oh, Mrs. Ernest, I know how to do this. I'm so excited, I'm gonna show my mom, I'm gonna show this." I have kids that are barely learning how to write their name and they get so excited because, oh, I can do it now, and they wanna write their name on everything that you give them.
Well, I recently started writing individual letters to them and just letting them know different things that they've done in the classroom, things that I'm proud of them for. And so hearing them talk to their friends when they open the letter and they're surprised to see it in their locker, "Oh, she's really proud of me," or "I did really well on this." It's really inspiring to hear how they responded to the letters.
One special moment that I can recall with a student is when my students, since I teach at an International Baccalaureate campus, I really treasure those experiences when the students can come back and make those connections to the learner profiles and attributes. When they can make those connections, not only in the classroom, but also in their community.
McAllen ISD provides me with professional development, resources, and technology to be able to adapt to the ongoing changes that are happening with curriculum and instruction.
McAllen ISD has so many programs to offer the kids, so many things for them to do, extracurricular activities. There's so many trainings that the teachers get to attend, and There's always new technology coming into the classroom that we are able to share with the students and learn ourselves to do within our teaching. So everything that they provide for not only the students but the teachers as well is always cutting edge and very modernized for us to stay ahead of the game.
I chose McAllen ISD because first and foremost, I am a product of McAllen ISD. I did attend McAllen throughout my whole educational career, and I just feel like giving back to the community is something that I would like to pay it forward and basically start from where I started and just in return give it back to the community.
I chose McAllen ISD because it has so much to offer, not only for students but for teachers. There's continuous professional development that they offer to prepare us to become better teachers. Because of that, this school sets high expectations not only for everyone. So that's the reason why I brought my own children to this district.
I was born and raised here in McAllen, and I love McAllen, and I don't think I would ever move anywhere else. And I came to all the McAllen, the elementaries, the junior high, and high school. In fact, I graduated from Mac High, and this is my alma mater. And I believe that McAllen Independent School District is the best district in the valley.
It's not a single person that changes these kids. It's you working together as a team and collaborating. And my team and my campus, my administrators are hands down the best.
I would like to thank my principal. He's really supportive of me. He helps me with all the programs that I want to do, everything that we want to do for our kids and for our community.
The people I'd like to thank are my students, first and foremost, the parents and my colleagues and my administration.
I would like to thank my family, my wife, my kids for always, standing behind me in everything that I do, whether it's in school or outside of school.
I would like to thank all my colleagues, my friends at my campus, and not only at the campus, but also the friends that I met during workshops and trainings. My administrators also, they're very supportive and they're always willing to help us and guide us and just encourage us to be the best that we can be as educators.
My teaching philosophy kind of centers around the idea that I believe that the answer to all of our global, national, and local issues is sitting in our classrooms. So I think that all kids deserve access to a quality education, and I believe that my high schoolers at some point loved school and were curious about the world and wanted to be a part of the solution. So I don't think that I was really inspired by a particular quote that talks about if you want to build a ship, you shouldn't just give people tasks and assign them work, you should teach them to long for the immensity of the sea. And so it's really what I try to do in my classroom is bring issues into my classroom, inspire kids, and teach them that they are change agents, not only in their own lives, but in the community and in the world.
My teaching philosophy is, if I were to be incredibly honest about it, I didn't study education in college, I studied history in college. And when I was in college, I remember learning most of the things in there were kind of a shock to me. And I thought to myself every time I learned this stuff in college, why didn't I learn this in high school? And so I believe the best thing about teaching history in high school is the fact that I am honest about it.
My teaching philosophy is that all students are capable of learning. We just got to get their story, learn about them, connect with them, have good relationships with them, and the content can come later.
One of the special moments that I've had with students is when I take them on a yearly trip to Washington, D.C., and they do get to experience what we learn in the classroom firsthand, so that when I get the feedback from the kids as far as what they've learned and they can actually make that connection, that's really special to me, to be able to experience that.
A student at the end of a class stood up and told me just started talking to me and told me, thank you so much for believing in me. And that just stayed with me, because sometimes I feel that that's all what our students need. All they need is someone that is going to encourage them to be better.
So I choose McAllen ISD because I'm a product of McAllen ISD. I actually went to elementary school here at Rayburn Elementary. I went to middle school at De Leon and also at Morris Middle School, and then I graduated here from Mac High. So it's kind of just in my blood. I feel like it really gives me a good sense of community and being able to give back to the roots that kind of got me to where I am today. And so I wouldn't choose anywhere else because this is my home and this is where I feel like I belong.
I choose McAllen ISD because it really preaches excellence, and our students have to step up, and the teachers really step up, students step up, and it's a community, and McAllen ISD is just an awesome ISD to work for. It's fun.
I chose McAllen ISD because I am a proud product of McAllen ISD. I went to Gonzales Elementary the first year that it opened, so I attended it 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Then I went to Morris, and then I went to Memorial High School and graduated from there in 2001. At Memorial High School, I had some of the most amazing teachers, and so I'm very honored to work for McAllen ISD, and also very happy that McAllen ISD has been, a strong foundation for me as I have continued on in my own career.
A few people, well, first of all, God, because I really believe that where I am is my ministry. It's where I'm supposed to be, and I love what I do every single day. Also, Maria Traeger, she was somebody that I was inspired to be like. I really wanted to be a teacher like her. She was there my first few years, and I shared a classroom with her. And then also Ronnie Gilchrist. She was somebody that really encouraged me every single day. She was my neighbor, my classroom, and she was just wonderful.
I would like to thank everybody at FOSSUM. They make it so warm, welcoming to our school, to our community, to my parents and for my students. Thank you for everything that they do.
I'd like to thank McAllen ISD for giving me this opportunity to teach our students for the past 33 years. And I plan to retire through McAllen ISD. And I'd like to thank De Leon Middle School for all their support and their love. Thank you.
At this time, we want to welcome back our 2018 District Teachers of the Year to share some words of wisdom. So please welcome back Andrea Gutierrez and Christy Rogers.
Thank you so much. So first of all, I would like to say that I'm so happy to be back here, seeing so many familiar faces as your campus teachers of the year. I can say with confidence that I know that many, many of you are incredible educators, or all of you, as a matter of fact. And I want to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart for being selected from your campus to represent your campus as one of the best and most involved teachers. And so I guess when I was thinking about what I was going to talk to you all about today, I was really thinking about what it meant to be Campus Teacher of the Year, what I think it means to be Campus Teacher of the Year. And one of the things that definitely came to my mind is that I'm pretty sure all of you in this room have had that experience where you're on your campus and you're thinking, why is this my job today? Why am I being the counselor? Why am I being a photographer? Why am I being the event planner or the coach or the nurse, right? As Campus Teachers of the Year, we wear so many hats. And yes, our schools have wonderful leaders, but if we don't have teachers who step up to be leaders as well on their campus, then our campuses could not be the places that they are today. And I really truly think that that's why all of you are here today, because your campus has recognized that you are willing to go above and beyond outside of your classroom and in your classroom to be the person who your kids need you to be that day or that moment. And there are often times when, I'm in a crazy situation. Like the other day I was taking video of a group of kids from on top of a ladder out in a field, right, for promotional video for our school. And I thought, this is a weird job for me to be doing right now. You know, I'm like a campus teacher, but look at me, I'm producing a video for our school. And I think that really is what it means to me to be my campus teacher of the year, is to step up and fill those jobs and do those things that we might not necessarily have a video producer on our campus, 24 hours a day. So I want to encourage you all to continue to do the good work and to continue to fulfill those roles on your campus and to inspire other teachers to do the same. Because this, after all, we are a family on our campuses, and if everybody does a little bit extra of what they're expected to do as just teachers, then I think that's what makes our schools really wonderful places. So in moving forward, this year you all are the representatives of your campus. You should wear that with pride. You should absolutely inspire the new generation of teachers, principals. Make sure that you use these campus teachers of the year as mentor teachers, as department heads, as leaders on your campus, because they have proven that they want to step up and stand out amongst the rest. So congratulations to you all. I really look forward to meeting all of you in the near future, and to those of you who are my friends, I'm so proud of you all, and you all definitely deserve this honor, and thank you so much.
Everything she said, so yeah. Yeah, thank you. I reiterate everything that she's saying. It's a great honor to be chosen as the District Teacher of the Year. Very unexpected on both of our behalves. We were very surprised, and it was a lot of fun. We got to experience a 4th of July parade and just different little things around the districts. It's going to be a fun year. You're going to experience people looking at you that you're like, how do they know me? What's going on? Because I forgot. Like, I went along and we just did our thing. And people are kind of staring at you. And then later they'll come up and, oh, I know you from the teacher. Oh, yeah. That was last year. But also be expecting a line outside your classroom with elementary teachers at the beginning of the year, because everybody's going to be in your classroom this year. And you can't have everybody. So I was able to say, they're all great. We all work together. It's going to be a lot of fun. So congratulations, you deserve it. Everybody in this room has met and exceeded anything that your principals and your staff expected of you, and just take it all in, because here we are, it's over for us. I mean, we'll always be that one, but not this one. So just have a good time, have a good year. Remember that you are representing, and they wouldn't pick you if you didn't deserve it. So just have a great time.
Well, thank you, ladies. At this time, we'll begin our introductions. So we'll have Dr. Sylvia Ibarra, the Assistant Superintendent for Instructional Services, come on up, along with Bridget V. She's our Associate Superintendent for Instructional Leadership, also a Teaching and Learning Analyst. And by the way, each teacher today is receiving a $50 gift certificate and complimentary appetizer from Tony Roma's and Romano's Mac Grill. So way to go. And our two winners today for District Teacher of the Year will receive an additional $50 gift certificate. And all of these gifts provided by Mr. Derek Kinney from Ameriprise. We also want to thank our coordinator for physical education and health, Mr. Mario Reyna. He was the kind of the liaison that helped make that happen. So thank Mr. Kinney and Mr. Reyna. And now let's begin with our elementary teachers. Here is Dr. Ibarra.
We ask the board members to step up here with the superintendent.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. From Alvarez Elementary, our Teacher of the Year is Roxana Avila. As an IB World School teacher with 18 years of experience, Roxana enjoys building positive learning memories with her second graders. She believes in the importance of fostering creativity, individuality, inquiry, and self-expression. She says that the unit theme, How We Express Ourselves, was a perfect vehicle for teaching these skills. She enjoyed watching her students prepare for the performance during the Living Wax Museum presentations of famous people. Another of her favorite activities is the Fall Literacy Night, which brings together the community to embrace literacy and cultural awareness. Ms. Roxanne Avila. From Bonham Elementary, we have Sandra Villarreal. A 15-year veteran, Sandra is a music teacher who currently works with students in pre-K through 5th grade. Sandra created a unit called Steaming with the Orchestra. Students learn about their favorite instrument by using technology, illustrating their instrument, using grid paper to draw the instrument, and science to discuss decibels and vibrations. Former students have returned and shared how this unit influenced them to learn to play an instrument. Another one of Sandra's projects is the creation of the Bonham Beagle Choir. These 45 students perform at City Hall, the Freddie Gonzalez State Veterans Home, and the McAllen Airport. Sandra finds great joy in seeing how music transforms life. Ms. Sandra Villarreal. Castañeda is proud to present their Teacher of the Year, Norma Ernest. Norma graduated from Mac High and has taught for 30 years in McAllen ISD. The unit on community is her favorite because it is an opportunity for her students to learn real-life lessons. They learn empathy and compassion for those who are different, and they discover that mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow. Norma's class always actively participates in all campus-wide activities, such as collecting cans for the food drive and wearing hats on Hat Day. Throughout her teaching career, Norma has mentored many student teachers from UT, RGV, and STC who have been assigned to her class. Ms. Norma Ernest. From Escandon, we now honor Mario Maya. A PE coach, Mario has been teaching 17 years at Escandon. The basketball star Magic Johnson once said, "All kids need is a little help, a little hope, and someone who believes in them." Each day, Coach challenges himself to be that catalyst for children. "You are stronger than you think," he tells his students. By participating in the PE showcase where students demonstrate skills, drills, and activities to the community, he was able to help them find their strengths, promote hard work, determination, and the importance of not giving up. He created an after-school sports program at Escandon and at the Boys and Girls Club. Both boys and girls are invited to learn the fundamentals of basketball, soccer, volleyball, and flag football, and then compete against other campuses. Mr. Mario Maya. Our top teachers from Fields Elementary is Karina Santoyo. She has 10 years of experience and is currently teaching 4th grade. When she finds that students are having a difficult time with a concept, she works to creatively solve the dilemma. Such was the case when she noticed her students struggling with multiplication and division. To make math more engaging, she had her students act out vocabulary words, build division problems with place value blocks, create an anchor chart, and even learn a long division rap. Needless to say, her students showed growth in this area. Karina also impacts her colleagues. She believes in working across grade levels with staff as a way to share her strengths, skills, and ideas. Ms. Karina Santoyo. And now from Garza Elementary, we have Elizabeth Abrams. A dyslexia interventionist, Elizabeth has taught for 19 years and believes that teaching is a work of art. A popular lesson with her students is reading by flashlight. This helps students work on their fluency and allows her to analyze the directionality of their reading. She is a strong believer in multisensory experiences, and the flashlight helps students focus on their reading task. She has observed that students with dyslexia are more receptive to meeting challenging tasks when they are presented in a fun and novel way. Her goal is to help them exceed their educational goals and develop a love of learning. Ms. Elizabeth Abrams. At this time, I would like to introduce music teacher Vanessa Gutierrez. Teacher of the Year from Gonzales Elementary. In her unit, Mallet Madness, students have grown in their creative music exploration and have improved their hand-eye coordination as they learn musical pieces that increase in difficulty. Students are now showing a deeper understanding of melody, harmony, rhythm, and pitch. Vanessa's students also perform in musical stage performances. To communicate with parents, Ms. Gutierrez also created a Weebly music page online, which allows for collaboration between parents and teachers and creates improvement in their stage performances. Ms. Vanessa Gutierrez. And now let's recognize Marisela Luna, second grade teacher from Hendricks Elementary. Marisela, who has taught for 19 years, enjoys helping students connect reading with the real world. One example occurred after reading the story Officer Bucko and Gloria, a fictional story about an officer and his K-9 partner. Marisela then invited McAllen ISD officer Samarripa and his K-9 partner, Thor, to speak to her students. They loved it. It was a perfect opportunity to connect text with the real world. As the sponsor of the UIL second grade creative writing group, she noticed that English learners were expressing interest in joining the group. After explaining that the students would have to use English in their creative writing, they agreed, and the practice sessions helped them learn to express themselves and improve their writing skills. Ms. Marisela Luna. Next, we have Debanhi Cantu from Sam Houston Elementary. She teaches first grade and feels that as a teacher, she always wants her students to feel safe. During a lesson emphasizing empathy, Debanhi handed each student a paper heart and then instructed them to share something unkind that could hurt someone's feelings. Each time something unkind was said, they made a fold in the heart. At the end of the lesson, the heart was full of creases, and it became evident that the creases could not be taken away. Students understood that words spoken make an indelible mark on a person's heart and remain forever. She and a colleague created the Cougarettes Dance and Cheer Team, which promotes school spirit. The team has performed at the State Farm Arena and Bert Ogden Arenas during halftime and professional games. Ms. Debanhi Cantu. Jackson's Elementary Teacher of the Year is Esther Weisman. She has taught for 34 years and is currently teaching 5th grade. One unit she enjoyed teaching was the Alternative Energy Unit. Her hands-on lesson brings concept from the theoretical realm to the real world. Through her involvement with the RGV Science Association and the Texas Regional Collaborative, Esther was selected to attend NASA liftoff training sessions in Houston and participate in NASA's network of states' hands-on higher level thinking STEAM initiative. Through RGV Science Association, Jackson was selected to hold a NASA Family Science Night. Jackson students have presented experiments to other students throughout the district. This success inspired the district to develop a Science Palooza for each elementary campus. Ms. Esther Weisman. From McAuliffe Elementary, we now honor Rebecca Garza. She is a level literacy interventionist. Her passion is utilizing the emotional intelligence model to help students be the best version of themselves. When teaching morals and themes in literature, she encourages the students to share life experiences that relate to the concept being taught. She then, in turn, shares about herself, relating events that have occurred in her life. This helps her bond with the students and connects literature with real life. She has been the lead sponsor for Student Council for the past 3 years. One particular initiative she is proud of is the Christmas caroling trip to visit nursing homes. Student council students, along with National Honor Society members, collect socks that they distribute to the nursing home residents. Ms. Rebecca Garza. At this time, we recognize Dalia Lee Rosales from Milam Elementary. Dalia has taught for 25 years, and 24 of those years have been in kindergarten. Her students learn by doing, and a perfect example is the interactive plant life cycle lesson. The students are transformed into seeds, and with the teacher's help, act out each stage of a growing plant. Parents have reported that the children come home with exciting stories of the lessons they've learned. Dalia and fellow colleagues who teach third grade have teamed up and created the Reading Buddies program. Once a week, the 5-year-olds get to go to the big kids' room, and together they share an enthusiasm for reading. It also creates opportunities to practice social skills and work cooperatively. This program, which began 10 years ago, creates eagerness and pride among her students. Ms. Dalia Lee Rosales. At Bettis Elementary, Margaret Marshall was chosen as Teacher of the Year. A former student described her as an amazing teacher who taught me never to give up and to keep believing in myself. Margaret has a graduate degree in special education. As a third grade teacher these last 7 years, her goal has been to inspire her students to evaluate their impact on the world and understand the importance of personal responsibility. Margaret and her third grade students receive a McAllen Education Foundation grant for their proposal called Ding Ding Ding, the market is now open. Through the grant, the students are now getting a hands-on approach to helping them understand economics. Ms. Margaret Marshall. Our next teacher is from Rayburn Elementary, Melissa Scalise. Melissa Scalise. Melissa walks into class each day ready to meet her students' needs. She likes to be creative. She orders surgical gloves, face masks, aprons, and hairnets so that her surgical team of third graders could cut out text features and then strengthen them with Band-Aids to their papers. They use syringe-shaped pens to enhance their writing skills. 3 years ago, she started a robotics team. She now has 3 teams with 2nd through 5th graders participating. For the last 2 years, students have advanced to the Alamo South Championship and have received numerous awards along the way. She has been awarded the first RGV Alamo South Area Robotics Coach of the Year for 2 years in a row. She also coordinated McAllen ISD First Robotics Scrimmage. Ms. Melissa Scalise. Now we would like to present Roosevelt Elementary's Teodoro Salazar. Teodoro has worked for McAllen ISD for 13 years, the last 7 as a self-contained special education teacher. Presently, he is teaching students from 1st through 5th grade. His daily goal is to foster an environment that promotes social interactions, self-awareness, and independence. He has used his students' input to help determine class rules. His students help the campus by collecting plastic and recycling paper. They were proud to be involved in helping their school and saving the environment. Their hard work and dedication to the project brought awareness that every child can participate and make a difference. Mr. Teodoro Salazar. From Sanchez Elementary, we have Melissa Leal. After teaching 29 years in the classroom, Melissa seized an opportunity and became the physical education teacher at Sanchez. Here, she has found her new passion. She inspires her students to be physically fit for life, and with money from the Healthier Generation grant, she began a running club. At first, 30 students arrived on campus at 7:15 each morning to run, and by the end of the month, she had more than 60 students. To date, they have participated in 4 marathons. This year, Melissa headed the school-wide project Kids Heart Challenge. Students pledged to embrace healthy lifestyle habits and raise money for the American Heart Association. The goal was $6,000, and at final count, they had actually raised a school record of $9,338. Ms. Melissa Leal. And now let's recognize Seguin Elementary Esther Urbina. Esther, who has been a special education teacher for 4 years, has discovered power of music. 90% of her little ones have language deficits, and not being able to communicate can give them a sense of frustration and confusion. But once the music starts each morning, the children's faces light up. Music becomes a universal language where her students understand and bond with each other. Inclusiveness is another goal Esther sets for her students, and in collaboration with the pre-K and kinder teachers at Seguin, little by little her students began attending class with students in the regular classroom. Now in the second year, she currently has 7 mainstream students in pre-K and kinder classes. Ms. Esther Urbina. The next Teacher of the Year is Dixpen Zavala, Marissa Harris. Marissa has taught for 14 years. She is passionate about reading. Watching this magic happen is the most rewarding experience for her. She enjoys incorporating singing into her lessons as a way to help her students retain information and have fun with words. She also sponsors a cheerleading team. Girls from 1st through 5th grade attend tryouts, and those selected learn cheers and chants that they perform at sporting events and parades. The girls must maintain passing grades and exhibit excellent behavior. Parents have expressed gratitude and pride that their daughters have had such wonderful opportunity to represent their school. Ms. Marissa Harris. And now we'll present Wilson Elementary's Cristina Hernandez. As a 1st grade teacher, Christina's primary focus is teaching her students to read. She likes to motivate her students to work in teams, helping each other through their reading journey. This year, Christina and her grade level team conducted a campus-wide teddy bear drive to benefit the children who reside at the Mujeres Unidas Emergency Family Violence Shelter and Transitional Housing Program. This was an opportunity to teach the students that their actions could make a difference in the lives of other children. In February, the 1st grade team donated more than 300 stuffed animals to this cause. Ms. Cristina Hernandez. We have a new addition this year from our Early Childhood Center at Navarro. Please welcome Ms. Gloria Guerra. She is a Spanish teacher with 31 years of experience. She believes every child is unique and special and sees it as her job to provide a safe, caring, and supporting learning environment. In this way, they will grow, succeed, and develop their social and emotional skills. Having taught at an IB school, she understands the importance of exposing children to global events, real-life situations, a second language, and the use of technology. She has previously taught at Pettis and Crockett and earned her degree from UT Pan American. Ms. Gloria Guerra.
Our teacher from Brown Middle School is Elaine Hernandez. She teaches 8th grade ELA and has 11 years of experience in the classroom. That's funny because growing up, she swore she would never become a teacher. Her dad taught at McAllen High School for 21 years, and she knew how hard he worked. She is a bulldog herself and earned her degree at Texas Tech. Her philosophy of teaching centers on attitude. The task of teaching someone's children can seem daunting at first, she says, but a fresh attitude will make the difference. Attitude helps build positive relationships with students and promotes safety. Recently, her GT students completed their capstone project, a student-led career fair. the first in school history, Elaine Hernandez. From Cathy Middle School, we honor social studies teacher Juan Hernandez. Juan earned his degree at Texas State and has taught at Cathy for 5 years. One of his favorite lessons involves the Civil War and Reconstruction period. His students have to deal with tough situations that historical characters endured. It taps into their emotional intelligence, especially empathy, and compels them to make real-life, authentic connections. He also coaches swimming, track and tennis, and enjoys being a positive role model for students. Juan Hernandez. From De Leon Middle School, we want to recognize Veronica Berones. She has taught physical education and health for 17 years. She also spent time as a paraprofessional at Fields and Travis before earning her degree from UT Pan American. She has served as an anti-bully coordinator since 2008. Under her direction, students created videos which opened meaningful dialogues with their peers about right and wrong. This year, she organized a campus food drive. Students brought in 400 cans of food. She loved how students took pride in the project and gained greater understanding in giving back to their community. She enjoys athletics, having coached volleyball, girls track, basketball, and swimming since 1994. Veronica Berones. Looking at Fossum Middle School, we have Stephanie Suarez. Stephanie is a special ed education teacher for 17 years. Before you can teach any student, she says, you must get to know them and build a strong rapport with them. She spends the beginning of the school year on relationship building with her students and parents. She earned her degree from UT Pan American. This is her second Campus Teacher of the Year award. Stephanie Suarez. Our teacher from Morris Middle School is Stephanie Beltron. Both of her degrees are from UT Pan American, including a master's in guidance and counseling. She has taught 6th grade science for 5 years. She has earned a McAllen Education Foundation grant in which students studied bone density. She has been featured in articles in a science department newsletter and in the Monitor. She is a product of McAllen ISD and likes to make her classroom a safe and engaging place. She currently sponsors Morris' first ever environmental club. Stephanie Beltran. And now we honor Travis Middle School's Viana Guerrero. She has taught math for 13 years. She believes students must be motivated to explore, learn, create, and communicate. Engaging in learning is not a guarantee, she says, if she does not provide a safe and supporting environment where creativity, ingenuity, and critical thinking can flourish through productive struggles. She has served as a new teacher mentor the past 4 years as a math workshop presenter. She holds a master's from UT Arlington and earned her principal's certificate in 2018. Faina Guerrero. Coming from McAllen High, we now honor English teacher Melina Recio. She has taught Bulldogs for 7 years. She is a teacher for America Corps member and a graduate of Texas A&M. Last year, she and a colleague began systemically tutoring their students, not just the bubble students either, but every student. After only 69% passing on their benchmark, 100% passed their end of course examination. Now, the entire school is taking up her plan, implementing it across other subjects. Melina Recio. Memorial High School's Teacher of the Year is Edward Blaha. He is now in his 5th year teaching world history. A challenge in teaching history, he says, is students don't attach themselves to paintings, sculptures, or engravings as depictions, but they love a good story. And when a good story is coupled with photos or video, they are hooked. He graduated from UT Pan American in 2019 with a degree in history and a minor in anthropology. Unlike most of his colleagues, he did not study education, but has come to fall in love with it and now delights in sharing his passion for history with students. Edward Blaha. Our teacher from Rowe High School is a veteran of 15 years. Please welcome Holly Smith. Holly teaches English and says she has the perfect platform to inspire kids to change the world. She feels she must go beyond teaching content, but should also teach kids the importance of giving back to their community. Her kids partnered with an organization called Stay Sharp Community Outreach, which includes a homeless ministry. She graduated from UT Pan American and began teaching in 2004. Last year, she piloted 2 new classes at Mac High, one a research called AP Capstone Seminar. The other is UT On-Ramps, which is 1301, 1302 through UT Austin. Holly Smith. For Lamar Academy, our top teacher is Cristina Calvillo. She has taught English for 12 years. In one of her favorite lessons, students studied the works of science fiction writer Ray Bradbury. Each created video trailer for one of Bradbury's works. They had to create a production timeline, film and edit their trailer. Classes even got to vote for their favorite at Dystopian Awards ceremony she organized. Elsewhere, she has served as a chapter secretary for Texas Exis and is a mentor teacher for UT Pan American's student teaching program. Cristina Calvillo. From Achieve Early College High, we now recognize Ana Martinez. Ana has taught English for 19 years. She was there for Achieve's humble beginnings in 2008 when there were just 85 students and 5 staff members. It was a one-hallway high school back then. In addition to English, she taught Spanish and college transition classes. Along the way, she has sponsored clubs like Paul's, Pets Are Worth Saving, a gardening club, the Read On Active Readers Club, Yearbook, and even a K-pop group, which focuses on Korean pop music. A lifelong learner, Anna recently earned her master's in curriculum, instruction, and assessment from Walden University. She was an integral part of the team that earned a blue ribbon for Achieve in 2015. Ana Martinez. From the Instruction and Guidance Center, we have Marie Elizabeth Martinez. She teaches social studies and has spent 28 years in education. She has that special touch to work with children who often need the right combination of firm guidance, structure, and patience. She likes to make learning relevant in her history classes. Please welcome Marie Elizabeth Martinez.
And now we'll continue with our two Technology Teachers of the Year, and helping us with those introductions is our Director of Instructional Technology, Ann Vega.
Our secondary Technology Teacher of the Year comes from Morris Middle School. Stephanie Beltran has always wanted to give back to others. That's one reason she chose education. She is a McAllen ISD graduate and feels technology helps engaging the 21st century learner. She includes parents through live feeds on Twitter using the Periscope app, where parents can see their child's presentations. There are also YouTube videos highlighting labs of the week. Later this month, she will present with one of her colleagues at the technology conference on Padre Island, and she didn't put this here, but she will also be at ISD presenting this summer. Stephanie Beltran. Our elementary technology teacher is Allison Jones from Milam Elementary. She has served as Milam's librarian for 19 years. She loves reading and technology, so it has been a perfect fit. She graduated from McAllen High School before earning her bachelor's at Texas A&M and her master's at UT Austin. In addition to her library duties, she serves as the campus technology facilitator, plus the campus social media and website curator. As new technology emerges, she loves being part of that process to educate all members of the school community. Allison Jones.
And now for the presentation of our 2019 District Teachers of the Year for secondary. This educator writes about being inspired to connect what's happening in the world around us to add more context and meaning to the learning in her classroom. For a unit's community service component, students were encouraged to volunteer at the Respite Center, and they wrote about how those experiences brought personal and profound perspective. Tears rolled down my face, one student wrote. For the first time in so long, I felt touched and changed. Ladies and gentlemen, our secondary teacher of the year, Melina Recio. Melina has assisted the district with professional development and curriculum writing. She's also been the secondary ELA content lead for Teach for America, providing content and pedagogical support to teachers throughout the region. She's also getting ready to graduate from Leadership McAllen.
Wow, I'm a little shorter than Miss V, so I'm gonna move this. So, wow, I'm really overwhelmed by this too. Christina, Holly, Eddie, Andy, I'm super inspired by you guys and your passion for your students. It's humbling just to be sitting in this room. I was so blown away by everything you've done with your students, have new ideas for next week already. Oh, well, sorry, I'm overwhelmed. So my sophomores are reading Outliers right now by Malcolm Gladwell, looking into the story of success. And today we were looking at family legacy, and what Gladwell concludes essentially is that an outlier is not an outlier at all, that there's culture and environment and support systems and an appetite for hard work that creates a success story. And as students were kind of reflecting on their own success stories today, I was thinking about what my definition of success was, and I'm reminded by another quote from Emerson actually, where he talks about earning the appreciation, love, and respect of children is one of the most important things that you can accomplish, and everybody in this room is here because that is true of you. And so thank you so much for all you do for our community, for our kids, and thank you so much.
And now for the Elementary District Teacher of the Year. Our Elementary Teacher of the Year tells a compelling story about a troubled student who wanted no part in the school's talent show and how this teacher persisted. She found out that this student had a natural ability to dance, so she nurtured that talent, and this child soon began to carry herself differently, becoming noticeably more kind and respectful. What had begun as a keen observation for one child evolved. This teacher and a colleague wound up creating a school cheer dance team. They became a wonderful new way to enrich the school's climate and an uplifting resource for so many more children. Ladies and gentlemen, our McAllen ISD Elementary Teacher of the Year is Ms. Debanhi Cantu from Sam Houston Elementary. Determined to grow her impact outside her classroom, this teacher also uses her summers to teach Chinese students via the internet. It's a one-to-one instruction for everything from conversational English to reading, writing, and grammar. Debanhi is also a member of her school's SEAL team. Ms. Debanhi, a few words?
Wow, I am so nervous to be in front of so many amazing teachers and principals and school board members. I really was not expecting this, and I feel grateful to have been selected as District Teacher of the Year. I couldn't have done it by myself. I have an amazing school system. I have my amazing first grade team, remarkable colleagues who I look up to, and of course my amazing principal, Ms. Thomas, who has helped me become the teacher that I am today, and I am very grateful for that. Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
How about another round of applause for all of our outstanding Teachers of the Year? We appreciate you all very much. Today is a great day in McAllen ISD and in McAllen, Texas. Today we celebrated excellence. Thank you all so much for taking time from your schedules to be here. And please know, to all of our teachers of the year, we respect you all, we admire you all, we love you all. Keep doing the great work, keep grinding. Thank you.